Welcome to Fox Manor Vintage. Boy, it was a long, cold winter where I live. But now that the weather is slowly warming up, I am so excited to transition some of my winter decor to spring. For this purpose, I made several trips to the thrift store in March, specifically looking for spring items. So I'm going to share with you some of the interesting things I found, and afterwards I will show you what I purchased and how I'm planning to integrate those items into my home decor. All right, let's begin. It was a good month for blue and white porcelain. And I do feel that that is becoming more rare in thrift stores. And when I do see them, they're usually priced a little bit higher because the thrift stores realize just how desirable those items are. But I did find this little gem. It's some kind of ginger jar, $3.99. I think at some point it might have had a lid, but of course, most of the time when these items get to the thrift store, the lid is missing, maybe broken along the way. But I thought this was so cute just to put a little bouquet in it, to style it on a shelf or on top of some vintage books. So this was the first item that I grabbed. And then I also saw this beauty. This looks like some sort of Delftware. It doesn't show where it was made. It was $2.99. Comes with a little. Actually, it didn't come with a cork when I saw it at the thrift store, but I had one at home that fits. And I just like the windmill, the very Dutch scene that it has. And it also has a little bit of a design on the back. So again, I thought this was a nice item to use in my kitchen or on a shelf. With Easter coming up, I thought this bunny was so cute. It is metal. It's a piggy bank. But the thing I love about him are his eyes. The eyes are so realistic. It was $3.99. I'm not planning on using it as a piggy bank, but I thought this would look really cute on a shelf. Again, maybe with next to a bowl of hyacinths or daffodils. This just says spring to me. Another blue and white item that I found was this tin. And this is very much in that Wedgwood Jasperware design. It was $2.99, but it does seem like it has seen some use. It was originally made in England, and it was made to hold toffee. So I could put glass in here with some water and use it for a nice bouquet. I could store cookies in it or crackers, coffee, tea. This has so many uses. Or it will just look very pretty, simply styled on a surface somewhere. Then I came across this. It is huge. And it was priced at $4.99. But I think the only reason that it was this inexpensive, which I do think $4.99 for such a large copper kettle is a great price. I think the reason why it was inexpensive, it was because it's missing the little knob on the lid. So I have to use a pen to open it right now, but that didn't stop me from purchasing it because I could always use this. I can put a floral arrangement in there, which I think will look very nice. But I think that I'm able to find some sort of knob in my stash of odds and ends that might fit this opening. So I think this will look really nice on top of my stove. I'm not planning on using it as an actual kettle, just for decorative purposes, but I thought this was a great find. Another item I'm excited about is this little stool. This was $6.99, which is a little high, I thought, but this does look like it was handmade, very sturdy. I love this dark brown wood. I think dark woods just add such a warmth to a space. And this I'm planning to use as a riser. I have some little containers with plants by my kitchen sink, and I think this will be a nice way to elevate them and make them a little bit more noticeable. So that's what this is going to be used for. And because, again, I was focusing on spring, I came across two really pretty botanical prints. To see if I can show them to you without glare. These were $4.99 for artwork. I do have two of them. I have this one, and I have this one. I'm not crazy about the color of the frame. It's this like reddish color, and it does have some wear. So I will probably be lightly sanding those areas that are damaged, and I would love to spray paint this gold. And these will likely end up in my bathroom upstairs, which I'm planning on remodeling. I don't know when that will happen. My husband keeps saying that that's going to be a project for him when he retires in a few years. So I may have to wait a little longer than I would like for that, but eventually that's where these will go. And the item that I'm most excited about is this kitchen scale. This was $9.99, which again, a little high, but I was checking these on eBay and these can go up to $50, $60, so that's not such a bad price. The brand is National Family Scale, and not only do I have this part, I also have the matching basket. I don't know if that's the name. I know there's a name for this top portion, but this is where they would put the items to weigh them, so that also came with it. From the look of the paint, I don't know if you can tell, there are lots of areas with that like a mustardy yellow color poking through, which kind of makes me assume that this was originally a mustard yellow color and the previous owner painted it black, which I actually prefer because I don't have a lot of yellow in my decor. So if this was yellow, it would really limit me to when I could display this, but it being black, I can use it any time of the year. Another item that I purchased is this floral arrangement. This was $4.99, which is a little high for the florals in my thrift store, but then I realized that this is actually a light up floral. So there's a battery pack in there, and there are little wires wrapped around the stems and a little light bulb inside each of the blossoms. But I'm not planning on using this as a light up floral, so I will be removing the battery pack and the wires, and probably also changing out this pot. Even though this is a nice pot, I'll definitely save it for something else. But I have a really sweet woven basket that I bought from Target that I think would look very pretty with this floral. I might use this on the little server that I have in the kitchen because I have some blue and white ceramics close to it, and I think that yellow and blue just go so well together. So now that I shared all my purchases with you, I'm going to show you how I'm going to use them. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If you would like to see future videos from my channel, please consider subscribing. See you soon!